Hi all and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all doing okay. Right, this evening's video, I've got just a couple of things to cover, but I thought they were quite interesting, which is why I did this video. Maybe interesting to me, but not to everybody, so forgive me for that, and I do apologise. But I want to start off with a claim that's been made by the German publication Bild, and that is that Mercedes have opened talks with Fernando Alonso about a potential move to the team next year. Bild are reporting that Alonso has a good chance of replacing Lewis Hamilton when he joins Ferrari in 2025. The move would see Alonso team up with George Russell, who crashed out of yesterday's Australian Grand Prix after being caught out by Alonso's erratic braking. Now, although I've just read that bit there about Alonso's erratic braking, and they're making out that this is going to be some sort of big upset between George and Alonso at Mercedes, I think it's fair to say that it's on the record that Alonso is a fan of George Russell, so I think we can disregard that for a start, and maybe, just maybe, they could make a good pairing at Mercedes. So that'll be an interesting one to watch, because if that happens, I would then think Carlos Sainz is probably on the move to Aston Martin. And then I want to move on to Ted Kravitz, because he underlined the growing disconnect between Lewis Hamilton and team principal Toto Wolff after yesterday's Australian Grand Prix. Speaking on Sky Sports, Kravitz said, "I thought it was optimistic that Toto Wolff still believes that this car is somehow going to get there. Clearly, I don't think Lewis believes it. I think Lewis thinks it's cursed, with the same bad handling characteristics, especially in the rear of the car, that last year's car and the car the year before it had as well. Clearly this car is still not right. Toto, when I spoke to him, said, I still think we can make it right. But Lewis pretty much wrote off this year's World Championship." This is a really odd one, because I do feel that maybe Lewis's heart and head isn't at Mercedes, and I didn't want to say that before, because I thought, obviously, that's the obvious thing that people are going to say is, oh yeah, his mind's already elsewhere, he's already thinking about Ferrari. But I suppose he did do it last year, but again this year he seems to throw the towel in quite quickly. It'll be interesting to see what happens over the next few races, and maybe even up until the summer break, but I will keep an eye on that story, definitely. And then moving on to the New Zealand Herald, they've reported that Daniel Ricciardo will be replaced by Liam Lawson at VCARB if he fails to improve over the next two races. Ricciardo has had a poor start to the season despite looking for a return to Red Bull next year, and with that prospect now looking dead in the water, it is said that Lawson will be drafted in to replace Ricciardo at the Miami Grand Prix if Ricciardo does not show tangible signs of improvement by then. And with that, Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko has praised Yuki Tsunoda after he finished 8th in Melbourne for the Racing Bulls, and was far quicker than teammate Daniel Ricciardo, who struggled once again. Marko said, "He was faultless. From the first lap on Friday, he drove very consistently and had good lap times. It is confirmation that he is an absolutely mature Formula 1 driver." And I can see this causing more tension between Helmut Marko and Christian Horner, but Christian Horner has given his backing to Daniel Ricciardo despite his poor form. Ricciardo has yet to score a point this season and finished 12th in his home race on Sunday. Horner said, "He's a big boy, he'll pick himself up. I think it's still very early in the year to even be thinking about next year." So without a doubt, that's going to cause some more tension, and there's going to be more of a power struggle, and that'll be hitting the headlines again, probably if Ricciardo doesn't improve in Japan in 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks time, and then China. So all eyes are on Daniel Ricciardo at the moment, but again, that's another interesting one to watch. But anyway, by all means give me your thoughts on all of it, and again thank you so much indeed for continuing to be here with me, and of course thank you as always for your comments, your likes, your shares. I really and truly do appreciate that too. And of course, if you do like what I do, please consider liking my video, subscribing to my channel, and pressing the notification bell so that you get those all important future warnings of my exciting updates. I'm only joking, but until the next time, take care.